Welcome to Family Friday. Last week I encouraged wives to speak up sooner and more directly about what they want their husbands to know. And I based this on research that indicates that men as a group do not notice hints or nonverbal cues as quickly as women do. If we apply this research along with the emphasis of Ephesians 4 through 5, speaking sooner and directly is sound advice. However, I want to clarify so that women don't misunderstand. Speaking sooner and more directly needs to have the qualities of humility, gentleness, respect, love, and truthfulness. Several verses in Ephesians chapters 4 through 5 stress the above characteristics in communication. For example, walk in a manner worthy of the calling to which you've been called, with all humility, gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, making every effort to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. That's chapter 4, verses 1 through 3. But speaking the truth in love, chapter 4, verse 15. So then, putting away falsehood, let all of us speak the truth, for we are members of one another. That's chapter 4, verse 25. And then put away from you all anger, wrath, wrangling, slander, bitterness, together with all malice. Be kind to one another, forgiving one another as God in Christ has forgiven you. That's chapter 4, verses 31 through 32. And then a wife should respect her husband. That's chapter 5, verse 33. So how can a woman speak her mind in a gentle, truthful, respectful, and caring manner? Well, first I would say avoid ambushing, which is taking your man by surprise over the topic you want to talk about. And certainly it's not best to talk to him shortly after he arrives home from work, during a ball game that he's watching, or right before the two of you go to bed. Stop and think about this. If it's a major issue that you and your husband are likely to have two opposing views, it's best to schedule the discussion in advance and at a location where you'll have few interruptions. So you agree upon the time, the topic, the length of the discussion, and the location. Now, if you do this and either one of you becomes fairly emotional, take a break and schedule a follow-up. The point is, ambushing is not a respectful or responsible action. Think of your reaction when your child informs you of a big school project that needs completion by morning. Even though your child knew about the project for 3 weeks, they've done very little, and then they spring it on you. That's what ambushing is, and it's just not a good approach. Many things are not as big or complicated, needing advanced scheduling, yet wisdom is important when you bring this up. One relationship expert encourages couples to phrase their dissatisfaction as a complaint rather than a criticism. He defines criticism as the language that blames the husband or the wife, the listener. Something like, "Why do you always? You never. When are you ever going to learn?" Criticism language belittles and it encourages the listener to react aggressively or silently withdraw. It's better to make it a specific complaint with an offer of a solution. For example, "Honey, next time you take out the trash, I'd also like you to put a new trash bag in the container." Now, note that the complaint does not accuse the person of being lazy or inferior, nor is it an ambiguous statement. The example is specific. When you take out the trash, and there's a proposed solution that is specific. Even if this complaint may need to be repeated the next time the man takes the trash out, again, it focuses on a particular action with a solution, and it avoids blaming and giving a reason for the blaming. And so think about putting it in specific. Now, again, once a complaint is lodged, do not provide a laundry list of other things. You have to be patient enough to trust that one complaint will suffice for the moment. Again, moms, remember how you feel when the kids bombard you with all kinds of dissatisfactions. When you hear that, it's enough to make you want to run away. So until next time, wives, and by the way, husbands too, stop criticizing each other and learn how to make an effective complaint.